Good morning, wildlife explorers. Welcome aboard the Wild Days Monorail. My name is Danny, and I will be your tour guide. Allow me to introduce to you my fellow tour on the back, and his name is Devon. For your safety, please remain seated at all times, with all hands and feet inside the monorail, and refrain from eating, drinking, smoking, and throwing anything into the exhibits during our journey, but water is only permitted. Now we begin our trip by crossing over the Bronx River. It is approximately 24 miles long, and it provides a habitat for ducks, turtles, fish, and migrating birds. As we come into this first part of the exhibit, we see a few of India's national bird, the peafowl. As we move up, stay looking straight ahead. We have the spotted axis deer. The spotted axis deer get to keep their spots their whole lives, unlike other deer species that lose their spots as they mature. The Bronx Zoo has exhibited axis deer since 1899. This part of the exhibit, we should be on the lookout for two more species, the large honey-colored barren singing deer and the white-bellied black-buck antelope. It seems that while still towards the other side of the exhibit, we'll be catching up to them in about 8 to 10 minutes on the other side.
Cute.
But also we saw a few of India's national birds, the peafowl. Did you know that only males are called peacocks? Females are called peahens. Males will use the long colorful back feathers to attract the peahens during the mating season. Once they mate, they lose the long colorful back feathers and regrow them again for next year's mating season. The small hearts we're about to pass represent an important conservation story about the barren stinging deer, which totaled less than 100 not that long ago.
In 1970, there were estimated to be only 66 embarrassing deer remaining in central India, but this population was saved by the cooperation of the local Indian community. Like the shacks you see here, there were many small farms using space in and around India's Kanha National Park. These people were coming into contact with the deer and the tigers that were also living there. Through cooperation with the Indian government, local communities agreed to relocate their villages. By moving, the farmers still had land to farm, but the tigers and their prey got more room to roam.
We all know that a species that is extinct no longer exists like the dinosaurs or the dodo bird. The next animal we'll see was on the verge of extinction. In fact, the Mongolian wild horse was extinct in nature and could only be found in captivity. And just recently there have been some reintroductions of Mongolian wild horses in several areas of Mongolia and China from herds in North American and Asian zoos. Well, it seems that our herd of Mongolian wild horses, 7.5, are all towards the other side of the exhibit, top right, top of the hill. We'll be catching up to them in just a moment. But first, here's some information about their history that dates back over 20,000 years.
The first accounts of Mongolian wild horses come from rock engravings, paintings, and even cave drawings that date back more than 20,000 years. And the first written accounts were from Tibet, sometime around 900 AD. But these horses remained largely unknown and unnamed to the Western world for many years. During an expedition to Central Asia in 1879, a famous Russian explorer and naturalist, Colonel Nikolai Przewalski, encountered the horse in western Mongolia. Because of his discovery, this species is also known as Przewalski's horse.
As we pass these trees, just keep on looking straight ahead. If you spot the half right in front of us, his name is Darren. He was born 4 months ago. As you can see, these horses are the only true wild horses living today. They differ in appearance from domestic horses. They have a stockier build, shorter legs, and an erect mane, which is mixing up forelock, the pieces of mane that falls over the forehead of a domesticated horse. There are also genetic differences that distinguish these wild horses from domestic horses. Captive breeding of Mongolian wild horses started with a group of 28 animals in 1901, while the Bronx Zoo received its first animals in 1902, and we have maintained that herd ever since. Though our field of researchers sometimes have trouble finding the animals that they want to study in the wild, I will be able to help you pinpoint those animals today, even if they are not in plain sight. As you look for the animals, think of where you would go if you wanted to change the spot, a quiet place to rest, or a little bit of breathing time. As you come into Angkor Forest, you want to keep on looking straight ahead, and here we're going to see a gaur. If you notice their horns, if they point straight up, male. The Look back into the head, female. Now are the largest wild cattle in the world. They can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They stand up to 6 feet tall and are 10 feet long. With their large size and impressive horns, a male gaur can fight on just about anything, even a tiger. What threatens these huge animals is the loss of the aging habitat and diseases that they can catch from domestic cattle. The other endangered species you'll be looking for is the brown antlered deer.
I like those gals.
It seems they're on the right hand side, close to the fence. They're not in the best of view spots at the moment. As we get closer, we'll get a much better look. Keep looking to the right hand side, close to the fence. The brown antlered deer get the name from the curved shape of the male deer antlers, currently classified as vulnerable. This deer is continuing to lose its wild space in many places. Herds must resort to feeding young crops as their natural habitat has been taken over for farming. Now, and brown antlered deer take part in the species survival plan that we have here in the Bronx Zoo.
Here at the zoo, we help gaur and brown antlered deer and many other species by participating in cooperative zoo management programs called species survival plans. The name says it all. The plans aim to help these animals survive. Zoos across the country work together to maintain genetically diverse populations of rare and endangered species.
It is easy to forget that the Bronx Zoo sits in the heart of an urban environment. The noise you hear behind us is the traffic on the Bronx River Parkway. The large fence directly in front of us is used to reduce the noise of that city traffic. Now, as we begin to run this bend, I ask please remain seated at all times with all hands inside the monorail. As in this next exhibit, we'll be on the lookout for our 5-year-old, 450-pound male Siberian tiger. As you come in, look towards the center part of the exhibit, but towards the back fence. He's walking back and forth right along a small path. And this is
the tiger.
As you come in from the middle back part of the train, look towards the center part of the exhibit. He's walking towards us. Tiger stripes provide excellent camouflage, so they are often difficult to spot. They are so secretive that even professional researchers have trouble finding them. Tigers are solitary animals, which is why you only see one tiger in exhibit at a time here at the Bronx Zoo. Tigers hunt a variety of animals, but they prefer wild pigs and medium-sized deer. Typically, a tiger will go himself on a fresh kill, eating as much as 40 pounds of meat at one time. Just think that's equivalent to 160 hamburgers in one sitting. After a meal of that size, a tiger will usually not eat again for several days.
What does that burger have to do with tigers?
To get a better look on Seymour tigers, you can visit them at Tiger Mountain. You come in, look straight ahead, we got a glimpse at a view of the brown antlered deer. As we cross this double-sided fence into this next exhibit, this is the back part of the first exhibit. Once we cross over the Bronx River, we'll be looking for the deer species that we missed. Right here in front of us, we have the honey-colored barren singer deer. The barren singer deer get the name from the look of the male antlers. The word barren singer means 12-ton in Hindi, which means males can have at full maturity from 12 to 14 points on their antler. As we move along and look on the right-hand side, you will notice a break in the forest and a third road. This road in real wildlife Asia means trouble for the animals. But here at the Bronx Zoo, these roads help our zookeepers travel around the 40 acres of the Bronx Zoo's wild days exhibit, bringing food and supplies to our animals. Now imagine a pig with upper tusks that erupt through the top of its snout and curve backward toward its eyes. This pig is called a babirusa, and we approaching some now. Babirusa means pig deer in the Malay language. Babirusas have very little hair on their bodies, and the color of the skin allows them to blend in with modern rocks, like the ones in this first part of the exhibit. As we come in, look right in front of us, he's walking away. This is one of our male babirusas. In the second part, you're gonna look straight ahead, then out towards the right, behind this small tree. As we leave our babirusas in this next exhibit, we will have a much better look at our next animal.
Let me guess.
Our lovely lady. Happy, our Asian elephant. As we come in, just look straight ahead on the right-hand side of the elephant-sized swimming pool.
Get a picture of that elephant.
We have Happy. Elephants are the largest land mammals. They are also becoming one of the rarest. Elephants can live up to 60 years in the wild.
So cool.
Happy is over 40 years old and she can weigh up to 10,000 pounds. So she has to eat lots of fruits and vegetables in addition. Elephants can eat up to 200 pounds of hay each day and drink 60 gallons of water. Elephants have 40,000 muscles in an elephant's trunk, and it's an incredible tool. Asian elephants also have a finger-like feature at the end of their trunk that they use to grab small items. An elephant can use his trunk to gently pick up an egg without breaking it, or to tear down a tree with enormous force. Our elephants get lots of personal attention, including baths and pedicures. That large tree stump to the left of the exhibit is the elephant-sized back scratcher. Now, as we leave Happy, our Asian elephant, in this next exhibit, we'll be looking for our Indian rhino. As we
Indian
come into the
rhinoceros.
exhibit, just look straight ahead.
Oh, look, it's Clam.
Looking straight at us is Penny, our Indian rhino. Today, all rhinos are highly endangered. Less than 2,000 Indian rhinos survive in India and Nepal. Here at the Bronx Zoo, we care for 5 endangered rhinos. The Bronx Zoo has had great success with Indian rhinos. Caring for this very rare animal
It's fake,
is one
though.
thing.
Look, he's looking at it.
Oh,
They are pregnant for 16 months. After the 16 months, they give birth to a bundle of toy weighing up to 150 pounds.
I saw it.
A baby rhino will stay with its mother for 2 to 3 years, although weaning may only take from 12 to 16 months. We have had 11 baby rhinos born right here in Bronx Zoo. Our newest calf was born in the summer of 2013. Many people describe rhinos as armor-plated, but they are actually covered with a layer of skin that has many folds. Though the skin of a rhino looks thick and tough, it is actually very sensitive and needs protection from the sun and from insects. One of a rhino's favorite ways to protect the skin is to fit in the mud bottle, just like the one in this exhibit, which was opened in 1977. Many rhinos have spent time in lungs to swallow. By stomping around in the mud, a rhino can shape and mold this area to its liking. Now, here's some information about how and why rhinos are considered so highly endangered.
The horn of a rhinoceros is very different from that of a goat or antelope. It is not attached to the skull. Rhino horn is made from compressed keratin fibers, the same material that is found in fingernails and hair. Although rhinos are a protected species, poaching still occurs. Rhinos are killed for their body parts, as some people believe that this horn has special medicinal powers. It is also used as an ingredient in some traditional Asian medicines, and the rhino horn is also prized in some cultures for making dagger handles.
As we come into the opens exhibit, as you can see, this exhibit is quite large. It is the largest of outdoors. So it's going to take a few moments to see all of our species as we give them lots of room to grow. We'll be on the lookout for the sandbar deer, the hog deer, the spotted Formosan sika deer, the red Indian muskrat, and the Nilgai antelope. As we get closer, you're going to keep on looking straight ahead, right in front of us. These are the Nilgai antelope. The male in the front, the 2 females. The Nilgai antelopes are the largest and fastest of the Asian antelope species. They can run up to 40 miles an hour. Males have horns, while the females do not. Males have full maturity can have a bluish-gray color to their coat, while the females have a yellow brownish color. Their name refers to this coloration. Nilgai means blue bull in the Hindi language. This is that the rest of the animals are just straight up ahead. We'll be catching up to them in just a moment. As we move up, keep on looking straight ahead, right in front of us. We have 2 of the spotted Formosan sika deer. They are natives to the island of Taiwan, formerly known as Formosa, opera hunting and habitat loss eliminated. The last one heard of the spotted deer in the early 70s. Keep on looking towards the right hand side, we're going to see the hog deer. We follow this stream all the way up towards the back. We have two of the sandbar deer, and that small red deer, that's the Indian mudjack. The hog, they get the name because they're short and heavy like a hog. This deer also moves like a hog. They creep, they run low, they duck on the things.
They do like a
The Indian mudjacks are referred to as the walking deer. The sandbar deer are the largest deer in southern Asia. They 75 feet tall at the shoulder and can weigh up to 650 pounds. As we come into this next exhibit, we'll have to look out for the smallest and most elusive deer species here at the Monorail, China's tufted deer. Now these animals are hard to spot because of the skin color. They blend in well with the rocks, trees, and their environment. As you move on, keep on looking right in front. At less than 40 pounds, China's tufted deer may be easy to miss. One fun fact about this animal, when the tufted deer make noise, its call sounds very much like the bark of a dog. The little girl in the fourth car must remain seated on a lap, not hanging out over
I
the
see another
railing.
elephant.
We are coming to the highest point of our journey at 35 feet above the Bronx River.
I saw another
The
elephant.
Wildlife Conservation Society
That
knows
elephant
how
looked at me.
important it is to protect the Bronx River corridor and greenway.
Yeah, I know.
We want to make sure that the Bronx River remains
Duckies.
a healthy resource that can be enjoyed by wildlife and Bronx residents. To discover more about the Bronx River and local wildlife, visit the Mitsubishi Riverwalk, located on the edge of Parking Area B. As we come into this rocky terrain, this is the perfect environment for the Himalayan tahr. Look straight ahead. These are the Himalayan tahr with the darkest colored coats, and just behind them, between the rock and the fence, the markhor. But if you keep on looking straight ahead, we get to see them much better.
You see.
The markhor are native to Central Asia's rugged mountains and are Pakistan's national
Oh,
animal.
they're cute.
The
Look at
males
them.
can be recognized by their long, bushy beard
Look at the
and by the
male.
impressive
Look at the
full
male.
horns that can grow up to 7 feet in length.
They got those
While the
twisty
females are
horns.
smaller in size, their horns can go up to only 10 inches. The Himalayan tahr are well adapted to life on the rugged mountain slopes and woodlands of the Himalayas. Their hooves have special rubbery corners that help them grip the rocks, much like the soles of a boot. And all of the tahr in our exhibit are currently female. Both the male and female tahr have short, curved horns that are triangular in shape and curve backwards and then inwards, which prevents serious injury and budding battles during the mating season. As we get past this large V-shaped tree right in front of us, you want to stay looking straight ahead on the small tree right behind it. On the top
My
right
favorite.
corner of the tree is our female red panda. Her name is Mei Mei.
Awesome.
People have always been fascinated by the color of their fur. In the palm, the red pandas are called hung-ho, roughly translating means firefox. Red pandas were known to the Western world years before the more famous black and white giant panda. Today, we know that the species are not closely related, though they share the same specialized delta bamboo. Red pandas are more closely related to skunks, raccoons, and weasels. To see more of our red pandas, you can always visit them at the Himalayan Highlands exhibit, located just a short walk from the monorail. There you can also see one of Asia's big cats, the snow leopard. As we run this band, our adventure is coming to an end. The Wildlife Conservation Society manages 5 parks here in New York City: the Bronx Zoo, New York Aquarium, Central Park Zoo, Queens Zoo, and Prospect Park Zoo. We also have scientists at the field at over 300 sites in over 50 countries. If you would like to join us in saving wildlife and wildlands, stop by the Zoo Center and apply today's ticket purchase toward a Wildlife Conservation Society membership. You will receive free entry to all 5 of our parks free for an entire year. Plus, premium level members will get free Bronx attractions, free parking, and exclusive members only t-shirt, and much, much more. Just up ahead, we'll be making a small scheduled stop, However, this is not our final destination, so please remain seated. This will be the perfect opportunity to collect all of your personal belongings, so nothing and no one will be left behind. We'll be stopped here for just a few short seconds so our train's computer finishes resetting. Then we'll be able to proceed.
So we have to go to the Himalaya.